The Clockmaker's Gift. In the heart of an old town, on a cobbled street filled with antique shops and weathered lampposts, stood a little clock repair shop with a golden sign, Tobias Timepieces, where time finds healing. Tobias was the town's clockmaker, an old man with snow-white hair, gentle eyes, and hands that moved with slow perfection. For 40 years he'd repaired everything from grandfather's clocks to tiny broken watches brought in by children. But there was something odd about his shop. He never asked for payment, only stories. "Tell me why this clock matters to you," he'd say. "That's my price." Some found it strange, others found it beautiful. One rainy afternoon, a teenager stormed into the shop. His jacket was soaked, his eyes red with anger. "My dad's old watch," he said, placing a broken silver piece on the counter. "I threw it. I didn't mean to break it." Tobias took the watch gently. "What made you so angry?" The boy hesitated, then muttered, "He left. Last month. No note, just gone." Tobias nodded solemnly. "Then this is not just a broken watch, it's a broken connection." He turned the piece in his hands. "Come back tomorrow." The boy returned the next day to find the watch ticking again. "I replaced the gear, but I also added something special," Tobias said. He handed over the watch. On the back, engraved in tiny letters, were the words, "He was here. He loved you." The boy's eyes welled up. He whispered, "Thank you." "No," Tobias smiled. "Thank you for the story." Over the years, more people came. An old woman brought a cracked wall clock from her childhood home. A soldier carried a pocket watch his wife had given him before he left for war. A little girl brought a plastic frozen watch saying, "It's not real gold, but it was my birthday gift from Mama." Each time Tobias listened. He never interrupted. Then, with silent wisdom and perfect tools, he'd fix more than time. He'd mend memory, grief, and guilt. But one day, something strange happened. A young woman named Clara entered the shop with nothing in her hands. She looked nervous. "I don't have a clock," she admitted. "But may I tell you a story anyway?" Tobias nodded and poured her tea. "My father used to bring me here every Saturday. I'd watch you fix watches while he told you stories. He said you were magic." She paused. "He died last year, and ever since, I've been stuck, like my own clock stopped." Tobias was quiet for a long time. Then he reached beneath the counter and pulled out a tiny velvet box. "This has waited long enough," he said. Inside was a delicate silver locket shaped like a watch, with her name engraved. "He asked me to finish it for you. Said he'd come back with the final engraving, but he never did." Clara's fingers trembled as she opened it. Inside were two small pictures, one of her as a child, one of her father, and a message etched in gold. "My time is gone, but my love is forever." She sobbed, and Tobias simply held her hand. Years later, Tobias grew slower, his eyes dimmer, but still he worked. Still he listened. Until one spring morning, the shop didn't open. The townspeople gathered. The window had a note. "Time, at last, has caught up with me, but every story you shared still ticks inside this shop. I leave it to you now, to remember that time is not measured by clocks, but by love and stories and the healing we give each other." Tobias. Below the note hung dozens of clocks, all ticking in perfect rhythm. Moral of the story: time alone doesn't heal. It is the love, the stories, and the kindness we share that truly mend our hearts.